fucking this I don't know why, like, today, like, in today's day and time, like, everyone kind of raps in this, like, in it, gonna put it down, in it, sit it, put it down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I mean, maybe I'm just old and whack.
It's cause they tried to be choppers like Tech 9 and all them dudes, and they're like, I could do a little bit.
Nearly as good as those guys.
You know why they do that? Because they're not really talented at all. They're not really talented at all. New age hip hop.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
I need work.
Good night, folks.
You are listening to your favorite podcast, Shoutouts, Uncut, with your host, Bobby Skullface.
That's a solid unit, Mac.
Oscar and J.
I call it Rock Fred.
Robert D.
So happy to be here.
The engineer, T2RX6.
The fit finish.
Meth Deluxe Bolt.
Hell Hasbro.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, feel free to turn it off now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 70. Shattercast Uncut, it's your favorite podcast. Kinda like your favorite condom, but I hope you don't constantly reuse it because it loses its purpose. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and joining me tonight are three members of the Furious Five, not counting myself, and sadly Matt Baldwin is in rehab. Them Twinkie fillings finally got to him. So going from left to right is everyone's favorite attorney for Shattercast Uncut, the one, the only, Mr. Robert D.
Hello. You know, I wanna just say one thing really quick. I caught a little heat on on that their Facebook because I seem to be one of the only people who wasn't fucking happy with the new sludge, stupid Looney Tunes add-on accessory that's coming with Fanstoys sludge. You know what I'm talking about, guys?
That?
That's the one with the googly eyes.
I'm like the only person who fucking hates it. It's
No, you're not alone.
Wait,
Fucking stupid.
Wait, you hate it?
I fucking hate it. I hate
Why?
it. Because it's the one moment in the entire, like, animation, the whole show, when they went Looney Tunes. You know, and I want to forget that moment. I was disappointing in the movie. I hated it. I'm like, what fucking idiot animated that in and got away with it? Like fucking Sludge has Looney Tunes eyes. And then some idiot at Fanstoys was like, that'll be an accessory. And the heat that I caught was because somebody else mentioned Jar Jar Binks. So I posted a picture of Jar Jar Binks. And he does look like fucking Jar Jar Binks.
He does.
And I was like,
he does.
I said, this is Fanstoys' first mistake in my mind. And people are like, oh, you're being such a nitpicker. This is what's wrong with the fandom. It's a free accessory. Throw it out if you don't want it. It's like, no, asshole. It's not a free accessory. And to all you people who are arguing with me about that, suck my balls. You're an idiot.
The defense rests.
Wait a minute. Now, the last thing I want to do is argue with a lawyer, right? But I dig it. I would never use it. You know what I mean? But like,
everybody's entitled to it.
I dig it, but I would never use it. That's like so contradictory.
It's not though. It's not because like, look, they're gonna put accessories in the thing, right? And what accessory are they gonna put with fucking Sludge? It's the one thing that everyone remembers about Sludge. He was super stupid and he did the Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah, but okay, what accessory did you get with Swoop?
You got the fucking stand and you got,
Extra wings.
You got extra wings.
Extra beak.
Yeah, I remember that in the movie, the stand and the extra wings, yeah.
Because they had,
Can't wait for a stop motion video about that.
Because they had nothing for him.
They could have done something else. The point is, or charge less. I mean, the thing is, there's several problems that I have with it. First of all, it's not, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everyone has their opinion, they're entitled to it. And my reaction wasn't some like fucking fandom geek asshole reaction where it's like, you like it? I hate it. You're a fucking asshole. Like that wasn't my reaction.
You stupid, ignorant
my
fool.
opinion. Like, oh, that's fucking stupid. I think that's stupid. I want everybody to know I think it's stupid. And,
like
you know,
Shane when he saw my face.
Exactly. It offended me. It offended me deeply because I'm like, this is something I want to fucking forget about the show. And now it's like memorialized. And, oh, it's free. No, it's not free. And that raises a red flag. If their price point's the same regardless, they're starting to throw in shitty accessories to justify their price. That raises a red flag for me. That brings them down a notch in my mind because that's what X-Transbots does.
Oh, stop it. Now, first of all...
I really wish they would combine.
guarantee you that the price increase that we've seen with Fanstoys products, it has nothing, but I'm not going to say nothing, but has very little to do with their overhead and everything to do with Quakewave going on aftermarket for fucking absurd prices.
Right.
So,
right. But does that mean that this accessory is just a freebie they're throwing in?
I don't necessarily think it's a freebie, but I think that they're making out on. They could have just not put it in at all, and they would have charged the same amount.
We'll get to you soon, Mike. Hold on.
sorry, Mike. Look, they could have. If they didn't put that in, the price tag wouldn't have changed. Is what I'm saying.
I prefer that though. I would have preferred that. And if they're thinking, well, we need a little kitschy accessory that reminds.
But I do think that's a little selfish of you though, because like, while you prefer that, you now have the ultimate option of just putting that bitch back in the box and putting that bitch in a storage cabinet.
No. What bothers me is it's fucking being memorialized further.
I understand that, but what about the people that really wanted it? You know, what about the people that it's awesome?
I know, that's really foreign to me. Like, to me, it was offensive. It was fucking Looney Tunes. It offended.
Oh my god.
Your existence offends me.
I know, it's a little extreme, man.
He's getting all Fox News on us over there. Oh, you're alive? I hate that.
Well, after our little brief segment of Haneke and Combs, moving on next is our guest for the evening because Matthew Baldwin is out fighting crime and diabetes. He is from PlastiqueFreak.com. He's an author there. The one, the only, Mr. Mike Lyons. I was going to download an app with lion sounds, but like I said, I just got home like a half hour ago.
It's all good.
So I'll do that now.
So yeah, everybody prepare because I'm in a hateful fucking mood.
Hey, well, while I got you,
yeah. And we got a lawyer on here, so I'm like super geek now.
Look,
because I'm like, we're gonna get into, we're gonna tangle. We're gonna tangle.
While I got you in an enraged moment, I don't want to make matters worse, but can I be honest?
That.
Can I be?
Do you like the sludge cartoon head? No, I do not like the sludge cartoon head. You are a doo-doo face.
Can I be honest with you real quick about something?
Sure.
I just want to go on record and saying that the other show that you were involved with, and I'm not gonna, is not the same without you. And,
really?
Yep. And I just want to go on record in saying that as a listener of that other show.
Well, you could at least say that, you know, they fucking suck or something. You're just like, just so you know, they're a little different. They could be better. They might be better.
I'll say I don't enjoy it as much.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, and then I'll just say, fuck your vagueness, cause I'm mad. I'm still mad. Fuck that shit. Just fucking say it, alright? Say it. Say it.
My intention. It's,
okay.
It has suffered with your loss.
There was lots of suffering. Let's just say that.
Ooh, burn!
Ooh, nude war.
That's not getting edited out either, so.
Somebody might send me a frowny emoticon.
And of course, he's everyone's favorite knockoff version of Louis C.K., the only person on this podcast that likes the cartoon googly-eyed fucking sludge. The one, the only, Mr. Bobby Skullface.
What's up, Mac? Hey, shout out to everybody that's like, commenting on YouTube now or like whatever and being like, nice toy, Mac. It's making me feel happy. Hashtag bringing Mac back.
Hashtag Bobby Google Eyes.
Only when your girl's around.
No.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here tonight. I'm actually in a really good mood in spite of, everyone else's poor mood. Fucking
fuck your good mood.
Oscar's mad, fucking Wade is mad, fucking Robert hates fucking G1.
Because that was the only Transformers series that counted. Anyway. So, shirts, hoodies, and bumper stickers. Get a hold of us through the Facebook page, facebook.com/Shattercast Uncut. You can get your stuff. And now on to everyone's favorite segment. Anybody get anything, Robert?
Fuck. Oh, I got, Bruticus, where I got Fierce Attack. He came in, and I got the X-Ray, add-on set, and that was a nightmare. But, putting it together and shaving off all the flash because I have no experience doing that at all. It took me like 2 hours. It was miserable. But the end result's fun. And, a Polyon came in.
Nice.
I got
Yeah,
and
he got his, everybody. He got his.
Let me tell you something. When Kronos came in, I transformed that motherfucker. There and back again. When Apollyon came in, put him right on the shelf. He's just standing there.
It's just like in your head, you're like, I know he transforms, it's good enough for me.
Exactly. I'm not transforming him. And he feels similar to, Kronos to me. That's just my opinion.
Really? Like, quality-wise?
The plastic. It just,
really?
It just feels very, look, okay, there's no fucking, like, lube dripping out of his feet, like, he was just, he got a railroad run on him. But, he's just white and fiddly and stuff, but he looks nice. I mean, I'm glad to have him.
That sounds like, plan B for a prom date. Anyway. Anything else you get, Robert?
That's it. Oh wait, I got Utopia.
Moving along, our guest for tonight, Mr. Mike.
Alright, this is I think this is the first week in a few months I haven't gotten something in, and I was supposed to get some cassette, test shot, maybe prototypes, and that did not work. They're sitting in the hub by the dude's house, so hopefully tomorrow, Friday. But, I did actually get a display case. The first time I've ever been able to actually display my shit and not be like in a shitty Big Lots bookcase, which I think everybody's been down that road before.
Some of us still are, you ignorant shit.
And I hated it because I hate it because I'm so, like, I don't want to dust and all that bullshit, so I lucked up and found a deal. Hell no, I ain't got no fucking detolfs. Fuck detolfs.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm gonna go on record and I'm gonna say fuck detolfs for real, because I'm tired of everybody jocking that shit, because I think it's like, you gotta do a lot of fucking work to supposedly save money. Cause I just got, like, my case is, 4 foot wide, almost 3 feet deep, blah blah blah, and I paid like $200 some bucks. And it's got wiring already in it, lights are already in it, it's got drawers underneath, all that shit. So I have, like, almost all my...
Drawers, girl.
That's right, I just slide my hands in there whenever I want. Shit. You don't know me. So I got, I finally have everything displayed, so I feel like I have a whole new masterpiece collection, because instead of taking out one or two at a time and then having to put them away, I could actually check all my shit out at once. So, pretty sweet. I actually had to swap out my my MP11 Starscream. I was kind of sad about that, and then I was like, shit, I've had the eye gear for however long, and I've never even fucking put them together, because they come with the back wings are detached from the legs, so that he didn't get fucked up in shipping. So I was able to, I slapped them together, and I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Nice.
So it worked out, but yeah, it's cool. And
that's why I don't like the detolfs, because with the detolfs, like, people tend to crowd them, and, end up maybe mistransforming the figure to get it to fit in the fucking thing, if it's a big figure.
Robert, you and we're not on the same page today, Mac. Because that's not the detolf's fault.
That's your fault.
That's the collector's fault.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with you.
Alright.
But that's why, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, Bobby, you got anything this week?
I got, Fierce Attack and, the X-Ray, whatever, the upgrade, quote unquote. And I got, Astro Train from DX9.
Yay!
he's not that bad. He's better than I expected, but still not quite good enough in a lot of ways. But, yep, that's it for me.
Alright, so moving on.
You won't know what Justin, because Justin, can I bring that up real quick? Justin's not here tonight, and there's no real good reason why he's not here tonight. Like, he's home. He's home. He's not on honeymoon anymore. But he's a newlywed now, and,
his balls are in a jar.
His wife, I'm getting it. His wife is home from work this week, so he's like taking the extra week to like just be together.
Aww.
Yeah. Well, look, I just want to go on record and saying that, like, he's been married less than a week and it's already a fucking problem.
That is, of course, for the record that Bobby just stated that Justin's wonderful wife Adele is now the Yoko Ono.
Yeah. When next time she comes up, I'm gonna have to have a sit down with her so she can't. I don't want her breaking up the band.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about something that's really depressing. This insert from Shapeways, which is a stoplight that turns into a robot. As to why this is on the show feed.
Yeah, I guess Matt found, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if anybody else knew what it was, and figured we'd keep it in. Does anybody know what the fuck this is?
This is stupid. No, I don't know. Okay, so the people that design super converting robot sets on Shapeways, congratulations, you're very talented. But never once have I looked at my collection and go, you know what I need? A fucking street light that transforms into a robot that comes with a spear and a fucking shield. So, this is crap. Shout out to the handy engineering.
This goes into that category, I bet you, like, Oscar, like you've talked about before, where geeks geek out over something that's so bad that they...
It's awesome, yeah. Well, I don't think this is awesome. I think this is... I mean, come on. Like, it's a street lamp. What's he gonna terrorize a Lego fucking city? It's...
Hey, Soundwave did it.
Oh, no, we don't, no. That's not even considered an alt mode. I'm gonna tuck my fucking arms under my shirt, pretend I'm Dolly Parton type.
Now this is from Non-F. He was at TFCon, Chicago, and he had this, like, whirl that he had been working on that looked badass.
So what is that?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the $69.99 question.
Non-F, I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that whirl, Mac. Maybe this stoplight, is what you need to get the money to make that whirl. If that's the case, then best of luck with this stoplight. Cause I'm in for that whirl. Yeah.
Can't wait to order something off Shapeways and, paint it myself.
Oh man. It's gonna be a rough one tonight. I just got a feeling.
Have you guys all each, purchased from Shapeways?
I had them.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Wade, you haven't. I haven't either.
Nope. Yeah.
Never done it.
I have.
What was your experience?
Well, you both, Bobby, you and Oscar, you guys paint though. You will customize.
Yeah, I've been curious. It's just that nothing on there has been, like, interesting enough to me to...
I have ordered the hand add-on set for Human Alliance Bumblebee back in the day, back when I repainted a Bumblebee to be, like a Deadpool Transformer. Actually, I believe if you still Google custom Deadpool Transformer, my Bumblebee will be one of the top selections there. And who was it? Ariel Lehman or whatever his name is? He's the one that designed it, and that was easy because I already had that red. But if you order something for, let's say, I don't know, like, okay, let's get a set of add-on horns for Cyclonus. Let's get a new head cast for Cyclonus. You gotta match those fucking colors. Because even though you'll sit there and say, this purple's enough, you'll still look at it and go, why couldn't I match that color?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, this is a failure. And then next thing you know, you're fucking smoking crack and watching your best friend blow a homeless guy. So you basically are just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Yeah, plus you have to pick the right material and the right material color.
Yeah, you gotta it's definitely like, it's a phone a friend situation. Like, you gotta know somebody that's done it before and can help fucking guide you through it.
Yeah, the only thing on Shapeways that ever interested me is the Robot Heroes Laserbeak. Because they were supposed to release one, much like, Ricochet and Predaking, which actually made it out a little bit into distribution, but the Laserbeak set never made it. So anyway, this guy designed one, and, we had done like some sort of deal. Well, he's the guy that made it, so he was supposed to get some in and paint it for me, and then that was like his end of the deal. Well, I guess he got one or two, and the paints weren't working, or they were fucking up the plastic, and I never got it. And I'm like, if the guy that made it can't fucking do it right, I'm never buying anything there. Fuck that.
And that, of course, is Mike Lyons. Hold on. Wait for it. It's on mute. That, of course, is Mike Lyons from...
Holy crap.
PlastiqueFreak.com.
Wow. You could just say Swage 66, it'd be a little easier.
Yeah, Swage 66 from plasticfreak.com. Yeah, I also ordered a head for the Deathsaurus. If you had bought the Grimstone or whatever the Dark Steel, whatever they were calling them for the Predacon Rising line that was actually a really nice Voyager figure. You could buy a Deathsaurus head that fit on it. So of course, I think, Greg was the other guy I knew that bought it. He actually went to work on his. I just looked at it and I ordered it in blue and I'm like, oh, this blue doesn't match. Into the drawer of never return you go. And that was that. So I bought a few things, and sadly, it's like you could, it depends. Like if you sometimes you'll look at a design, something that a designer put up there, and it'll be like, oh man, that's really nice, and oh, it's not for sale. Or you'll be like, hey, that's really neat. Oh, they want $20 for a fucking certain gun. No, below me. So, and speaking of blowing. This next thing looks awful. New images of Warbatron WB-03G.
Dude, you are a Warbatron hater.
Really
look at this shit.
Dude. He almost went walking on us again.
I know. It's Warbatron. You love it. Should.
Wow, what an amazing jet mode. It's like you tuck his head in his chest and fold up his legs and boom, it's a ship. Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's a ship.
I'm drunk.
It's like I'm paying a young Filipino girl to shit all over me, and it's like I'm paying her Monopoly money, and now she's mad. There was no effort put into this figure. At all. Oh look, those feet are the rear fins. Nifty. Let's see those arms. Oh, they fold up to the chest. Nifty. Oh, that's just fucking Marvel engineering. It's still better than that fucking Henkai Cyclonus repaint that they did, and
I'll bet you there's more to it.
Stuff, I guess.
Warbatron surprises you. The what do you call it? The
third party apologist.
No.
Turbo Ejaculator. Turbo Ejaculator kind of looks like he's just folded in on himself as well when he's a light cycle. But there's more to it, and it's a lot of fun. I'll bet you this guy's just as much fun. I have faith.
I do too. Fucking Bruticus blew me out of the water, man.
So stupid.
Bruticus is fucking well done. So they have me. They
if you like paying $100 for fragile plastic,
it's not that fragile though.
It's like hard. It's like brittle. It's thick enough.
Shout out to Brave Tours Review for showing photos of your blast off break, and my heart goes out to you, my friend.
No, that was his.
Just pissed away $100. It's kind of like getting a few consecutive lap dances from a stripper, thinking she's gonna take me home. She's gonna take me home, and her boyfriend picks her up.
Wasn't that his shockwave that snapped? Wasn't it the shockwave?
No, I thought it was his blast off.
His blast off snapped late in the game.
I think it was his shockwave, and it was because he didn't shave down the flash inside the mushroom peg slot.
I think this jet is.
And you should do that with every third party figure. This jet is
it looks just like the fucking jet. Like
the sword sucks. That's what really sucks, if you ask me. It looks like a Nerf sword.
But in jet mode, how it plugs in and now it's a stand.
Yep.
That's fucking awesome.
I'll take that over googly eyes any fucking day. You know what? Fucking make Sludge fucking fly. Give him like a retarded head. How about like a super retarded head or a sound effect like anything over the googly eye.
He gets that. That's his robot mode.
The sword does look very Hasbro Deluxe-y.
We love you, man.
It looks like the same sword on Armada Starscream.
It does look very deluxe-y. But the rest of him, I'm sold. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
Solid unit, Mac.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Ease up, homie. I could hear you fap on the other line.
Yeah, but you know what though?
No, it was on this line. It was on this line right here.
You don't really have an ankle rocker though, huh? It's just those fins.
Let's see.
Maybe I'll bet you they
I bet you they do. You see, they do. You see the, where the fins come out, you see that whole white piece is on a swivel. Yep, it does. Yes!
Fuck you, Hot Rod.
Wonderful.
Oscar, you need to love Warbatron. The way it loves you.
For justice.
For justice, Oscar.
It's not the toy you want, but the toy you need.
Deserve.
We done there, Dark Knight?
I guess.
You done?
The best part is if we all sound the same, you don't know who to yell at now.
Oscar, why did you get another Tempest instead of Warbatron? Okay, now I'm done.
There you go. Heard that? That was your mommy, Batman. That's your daddy. There's your fucking butler.
No,
and that's for Catwoman.
No.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about something that looks somewhat okay. It's 0-04. It's the Look, everyone! I finally made a two-headed dragon without heroin. This is great. And everyone look at the combined form. Its knees are dragon heads. So if he misses a kick, he's gonna bite the shiza out of you. It's disgusting.
I don't know. I don't know about this. I mean, it's been pretty split, the opinion on this I've read between people, but I think that this
is literally like an articulate version of the G1
It's got the same problems in Dragon mode, like that extended torso. I don't know. I'm my fingers are crossed that combined mode pays off.
Maybe he comes with a pet tiger. And he can pet
I was gonna bring that up because I was disappointed when I saw this link. I was like, where's this fucking tiger at? What the fuck? Where's Roy?
I mean, look at the team. You have Finra, you have Troll, you have, what's his face? Shockman. And, he looks so angry. And then you have Hagen. And look, he's flapping his wings like, I'm going to shiza on you. Oh, am I seeing you wipe your brand new car down with hot wax? Well, here's some hot wax from my buttocks. It's all over. He does not care. Maybe he'll draw a mouse. And maybe a little duck. I don't know. Then he puts you in oven because you're Jewish. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks.
That's, shattercastonline@gmail.com. Attention, Robert D., my attorney.
Yes, I am their attorney. I have to defend everything that happens to them.
But I think that, I don't know, combined mode is looking better and better, I feel like, every picture.
Yep.
No.
You don't think so? This is something else you would?
No.
Oscar.
Why are you hating on this guy?
Yeah, Oscar, I hope we find something tonight that he likes.
I know, man.
I know.
I'll tell
this
you.
Is awesome.
Right.
This is great.
I look at this and it's like, Untada, I'm Odin. I'm going to fall off your shelf and make you piss away $500 so fast.
Hey, but
Guten Tag, and then bam.
So, those knees kind of look like penises.
Your penises look like knees, so shut the fuck. Look, I don't own any of these guys, and it's like recently I kicked myself because a certain individual was selling the first three that just came out for like $235 shipped.
Really?
And it's like I wanted to throw my head against the wall because it was like I actually considered it and was like, whoa. Maybe if I just charge it to the credit card. But it was Mother's Day the next day, so there was embarrassment to be had then also. So, no, I missed out on it. And I'm sorry. What they're asking for each, no, it just, I mean, come on, why would you, it's like, hey, here's a stand-up shot of all 5 guys, then the combined form behind them. Oh, we ran out of arms. Oh well, let's just take a photo anyway. So, I don't know. I'm sure they're nice. You guys fucking, fat to them, so whatever.
No, that's not true. I'm kind of on the fence about these. Like, I have it from day one. Troll, when I got Troll, I was like, wait a minute, this is fucking awesome. But then the next 2, I've kind of been like, okay, and then, okay. But, I think the bird and, her cutthroat looks good, and I think the combined ones really look good, but, the, hunger, I don't know about hunger, Mac. Ugh.
My name is Hisla, not
Hey, how come nobody's noticed that one of this dude's fingers is bent straight the fuck backwards?
Because he's German and we do not feel pain. We only inflict pain. We will inflict pain in your wallet. Oh, it's a good joke.
But yeah, I'm digging Cutthroat.
God, just look at him. It's like, I look at this combined form and it's like, I'm gonna fall off the shelf.
No, I'm not getting, I think he's gonna.
And you're gonna question everything.
No, I don't think he's gonna be, I think he's gonna be sturdy. Except I will say, to your, whatever, in agreement with you that the connector ports for the ankles are just like a swivel. Or it's like a hinge, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't need swivels. We stand straight.
So.
And we are better than the Japanese.
I do find that to be potentially
problematic.
Yeah.
Although Cutthroat looks good because, you know what, for a creature with wings, he looks a hell of a lot better than fucking Fans Project's fucking Swoop.
I don't like his head. I don't like his head sculpt. I feel like it looks like the...
maybe if you don't like your head sculpt either, we're not judging you. It's okay, Hagen. Don't be sad.
He looks like the Fall of Cybertron Swoop. That's the kind of big, wide...
It does. You mean the head, or the actual, the
robot
head?
It looks like Planet X Swoop, yeah, a little bit.
Planet X. Caleb, I don't know the dino head, though, the monster head. I don't like the head.
The monster head does look like it sits out a little bit too far on the robot.
No, I mean the shape of it. It just looks like, he didn't miss cheek day at the gym.
Well, he had cheek day. He had to eat, like, not for nothing, he has some fat ass cheeks in the fucking G1.
I guess so. Not for nothing.
Look, I'm not gonna be fucking defending everything the fucking night, alright? Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, I don't think you have to defend this next one. This is, Mastermind Creations Titanika!
Which is Striker, there's Striker, right?
Yep.
Yay.
Yep.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah.
This looks awful.
Okay.
This breaks my heart.
I don't even know what Striker looks like, but
wow. Thankfully nothing like this. I would not forget that.
Why does she have slinkies on her back? On the butt?
Those are wheels. Oh no, those are, I don't know what the fuck they are. They're probably part of her arms, according to this picture here, so. I'm sorry, man, like, MMC, dude, like, wow. Someone lost a coin flip in the design department, because this shit should never have been made. This looks awful.
I'm waiting for, MMC to get back on that Rex level, man.
That's just a picture.
Yeah, you know what this makes me long for? That company that was gonna do the knockoff fucking Onslaught and call it fucking Striker? Yeah. It makes me want that.
It's just a picture. It's just...
And apparently, well, it's based on the... It's just a picture.
Fucking Robert's like trying to be nice. Like,
at least it's not a googly-eyed fucking dinosaur, man.
Yeah, it's just a picture.
It supposedly shares similarities to the Transformers animated appearance of her. Some similarities, not everything.
What Striker from again? We had to go through this.
She's from Beast Machines is when she made her first debut, to my knowledge. So then they had her again in animated as part of like the Decepticon Rebels and shit near the end of the series.
So Beast Machines, okay, so that explains the armadillos on the back in vehicle mode. And then you notice it in bot mode, it looks like a fucked up crazy ass owl is on her back. So okay, I get that.
Well, why? What do you think was their thought process in even fucking doing this character? Like, you know, what?
They probably hired a guy that was going to work on that Universe Onslaught knockoff version of her. That's why. He's like, I got this great idea. I was going to use the Universe Onslaught figure and spray paint the shit out of it like a bag of Skittles to roll up on it and call it Striker. But I hired someone with talent and we have this. And meanwhile, one of the guys is still shooting up heroin from their awesome run with MMC Feral Rex, so he's like, Green, write it now. And we have this.
Oh god.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why you do Feral Rex, and then you do.
Hey, it's like every rapper that comes out with that great album, and then that sophomore curse comes in.
I don't know.
It's like, this is the sophomore curse.
I think they're just testing the waters. Like I said before, it's just a picture, and they're probably just testing fan reaction.
Why isn't this like, Tarn from the DJD?
That's great. Yep.
How's that for a question? Why isn't this any other member of the GDD?
Yeah, where's the GDD?
Where the fuck are they? Why are we looking at fucking Striker? What looks like a screen cap from a PR video review. So, where's that person at?
I don't understand the direction. Like, you know, they go Predaking, like an updated look of G1 Predaking. and then they do this, like, you know, like, and then they do a whole bunch of IDW stuff, I guess, okay? And then this. Like, I don't see, like, the logic.
They're continuing with the fembots? I mean, didn't they just do a bunch of fembots and stuff?
Yeah,
so
they did.
Maybe they're just trying to find another one. They're like, let's pimp these hoes, get another one out on that street, bitch.
Well, I just don't know.
Well, who says? It's probably a different designer. Maybe the guy who did the Predacons left and went somewhere else. No?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Like Rehab. But this guy did not. This is awful. And, I really think, who is this? Macfire is playing a GIF of some guy jumping in to a vehicle. And no, I'm not in on this. No, this is horrible. Fuck it. Move on. Because this is like heartbreaking.
The guy who did the Predacons, he jumped ship and he started Warbatron. You didn't hear that?
It feels like it.
Yep.
Feels like it.
Just gotta go ahead and block Robert on Facebook. Mission accomplished. So up next is Perfect Effect Combiner Wars Upgrade Kit.
This is fucking cruddy.
This is. I hope
this
isn't
cruddy.
This isn't the definitive upgrade set that we've been seeing that was on pre-order for Superion and Minosaur. This is just generic.
Well, this is.
And this looks awful.
No, well, see, I think this looks awesome, but this is fucked up because what they did was they sold the fucking black version, and then once everybody fucking bought and paid for that shit, then they said, oh yeah, and we're gonna do a G1 version too. Like, if I had bought the black version and I wanted the G1 look, like, I'd be pretty upset right now.
Wow. They took their cue from Fans Project with the aerial appendage kit on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bobby, it's not like Hasbro purists actually care what their figures look like anyway.
Oh, here we go.
Hell, Hasbro, man, shut up.
There it is.
That shit's sweet. That shit's sweet, man. I love that thing, man.
Matt, I miss you, Matt. Hey, look, not for nothing while we're on the subject, Matt has been busting his ass for Shattered Cast. Like, Matt, I appreciate what you've been doing recently, buddy. You've been on it. But anyway, I think this is really a fucking dick move. I don't know. That's all I really got to say about it. I think
but in all fairness, they're not the only ones. I mean, who else has done that? Fanstoys did that.
Big Toys.
Project did it. iGear did it with Brawn. They released Brawn and they released quote unquote G1 colored Brawn.
Why do you think they do that? Why? Why the fuck? Why don't they just release the G1 version initially?
I think,
money, man, you can't make money making everything perfect the first time.
Well, I think that I think they intend to. Like, I think that with Brawn, like, they intended it to be right the first time, and then it came out and people were like, well, these colors aren't quite right, and they're like, you're right, this is, iGear exclusive version, Brawn.
Oh, we got you. Let's save the day again. Oh, that was awesome.
This was Greg and his crazy blue glasses. We fix him now. You take those off, Greg. Greg, you crazy American.
I think it's pretty much like that.
Do you think they actually intend that they intend their customers to purchase another unit?
Yes.
But who does that?
I don't. Well, I don't think they do it. I think that Perfect Effect did it here. Because I think what Perfect Effect was thinking was we'll give them, when they designed it, they were thinking about how Combiner Wars is, like, and they have black feet and black hands. And then somebody probably said pretty early on, like, well, why don't we
hey, maybe we should do one like the cartoons.
Exactly.
Oh, shut up.
And they were like, you're right.
What a retard.
We absolutely will give them that as well, as soon as they pay for this one.
So I'm still waiting for the actual aerial bot, upgrade kit to be released, which I guess comes with all this shit and a extra face mask. So
from PE,
yes,
the black one.
Yes,
okay, I think that has shipped to America, because that was another thing. Like, retailers started announcing that it had shipped, and then they have released these pictures, like not a moment before.
Yeah, one person's hoping he would work for the Energon Combiner series. So
that's a real Takasa. That's a real Takasa Tony move. You guys hear about Takasa Tony?
Hell yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw something like that on eBay, and I got some shit.
$9.99 for KO Wheeljack by Takara Tony. And everybody in the cafe is like, I'll do it. Shit, it's $10. Fuck that. I'll do it. All these KO douchebags who they fucking shit on third party. And then if something comes up KO, they're in like Flint. And now all of a sudden, like, oh, $10. It's only $10. I'm like, lemming, moron, douchebag.
So you calling me a fucking lemming? Cause that was, what's up? Cause I got me a $10 Wheeljack. What the fuck?
Did you?
Fuck yeah, I did. Goddamn right I did.
You're not getting one. That's the point. There's nothing will come to you.
Hey, it'll be like a really shitty Polaroid of the MP Wheeljack.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. You wanna know how I know you're full of shit, man? I got a shipping notice, bro. I got a shipping notice. Once you get a shipping notice, that's just legit, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. No shit. Don't you, Rob?
That is Mike. Lions.
It's $10, man. I'm like, oh, don't be saying that shit, man. Man, you the lawyer, man. Back me up. Come on.
I really think that, cause
somebody's getting fired over that shit one way or another. I know that.
I was talking to Greg about it, and he like had started doing research on this guy and like found out what all of his like positive fucking feedback was from, and it was like from these like this like Live Strong bracelets. Like he had sold like a bunch of Live Strong bracelets. And
how appropriate is that you could buy fake Live Strong bracelets after everything is said and done? That's fucking dope. That's dope.
Oh no, these aren't Live Strong, they're Live Strong.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it. Oh boy.
Yeah, so moving on, MMC Turmoil. Photos.
Now is this the same mold as Striker?
No.
Okay. That was gonna be the only thing that I could fathom, was that they were gonna do Turmoil, and then they said, well, what else could this be? And somebody said, Striker?
Yeah, this looks neato.
This is Commodus? Also?
I have no idea.
I got Commodus showing up on the headline here. The black one?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it, Commodus.
Yeah, that's what MMC is calling it, but it's from
it's Turmoil.
IDW's Turmoil, yeah. Which will, be perfect with the other IDW stuff from MMC, which I get conceptually. I just don't understand how Striker fits in the mix. I guess she's a fembot, so she kinda goes with their fembots. I don't know.
Feminazis. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, this looks neat. Outside their trailer.
I was thinking the same thing, man. Like, when did they get to like the point where they were like, you know what, these factory pics, not working for us. Let's get this motherfucker outside.
Let's take a photo of it outside my house, man. Let me move my Jeep.
But yo, check out the Easter egg. If you look on the left side of the picture, they got that new no-nef thing from Shapeways on the wall.
Well, it was funny, like, because, alright, so I used to live in a trailer when I was a young lad, and, that's right, I know about the struggle. And I was looking at the trailer, like, in the picture, and I was like, it's not too different. And I imagine this to be overseas. Maybe that's assuming too much, but I was just like, I guess they're the same everywhere. The lawn.
They don't have firearms in China.
Syria American.
Yo, check out that, what's with that horizontal window? Is that like a little peephole for the pooper?
That's a glory hole.
One can hope.
It's a hell of a fucking glory hole. So yeah, that looks neat. Not a big turmoil, man. Oh look, another add-on set for Star Saber, cause that's necessary.
Yeah, this seems, but I guess for those people that are huge Star Saber fans, I guess, lucky day for you. This seems like a bit,
this is, another brain saber thing, I guess, to go in this place.
Yeah.
Get it. I just don't get it. I mean, that fucker he's stuck up in the middle of that bot, standing on my shelf. Why do I give a shit?
Yeah.
This is for the purists, dude. These are for the guys that don't even like animal modes. It's vehicle mode or nothing, so. They're seeing this and they're just like, oh god, fuck yeah. Arkansas. So,
shout out to Matt.
Yeah, he's excited about this. Fucking, anyone else excited about that?
When you say don't like animal modes, do you mean beast mode?
Dinobots and everything. It's vehicle mode or nothing, dude. If it doesn't go vrum vrum or fly, they don't care.
So they don't like Dinobots and they don't like the Predator.
No. They don't like anything.
Yeah, I'm actually still on the show, Oscar, but thanks. That'd be me.
Who is this? I mean, what are we talking about? I cut out for a minute. I mean,
we're talking about the purists that are probably excited for the add-on set for
Starsaber.
Starsaber. Forgot his name. It's right here on my shelf, and I forget his name.
Cut out? Did you?
I did, but so the purists don't like. They only like the
vehicle modes and no animal modes. Those are the G1 purists. Those are the worst.
What?
Animal mode, it's vehicle mode or nothing else.
Hey, I'm not a G1 purist, but I can't fucking stand animals other than the cassettes. So.
What about the Dinobots? Seriously?
The only thing I like about the Dinobots is they beat the dog shit out of Optimus Prime in the first season. That was kind of cool. But other than that, I mean, I've had, the first couple Fanstoys, and like Solar was cool as shit, but like I have MP Grimlock, and I just no matter how you make them, they have all that shit on the back that just looks fucking retarded, and it's.
You don't look retarded.
I mean, I know it's supposed to look like that. I just don't like it, and I can't find anything Beast related that I dig. Like the cassettes work because they, they're little fucking cassettes and they look how they're supposed to fucking look. But once the shit gets bigger, I don't like them. I mean, like they look cool, but for me, I'll never buy that shit. It's just not what I don't want I don't want bulls and fucking giant ass pterodactyls in there with my fucking Lamborghinis. Like, what the fuck?
Wow. This is like a whole...
Oh, you showed us. What a dick.
Well, yeah, there's like a whole section of the fandom I never even knew existed.
Purist.
Really? You never heard of the purists?
I mean, I've heard of the purists, but I didn't know that they didn't like the fucking G1 shit. I figured
we're glad that Mike...
No, I'm not saying anything against the G1 shit. But what I'm saying is I'm not gonna collect any of that. Like, I don't even know why I still have that Grimlock. Other than...
So what about non-vehicle, non-beast? What about like, Soundwave?
No, Soundwave is my fucking shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he loves Soundwave.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking cassette.
It's the animals. The animals is what gets me. I like just about all the other shit. It's just the animals just fucking, I just can't fucking stand them.
Are you mean to cats?
I would be. If any were dumb enough to come near me.
I have 2 cats, and I'll kick a fucking cat, I'll tell you.
Yeah, fuck cats. I got dogs,
and I'll buy the fuck out of a Dinobot after I kick my cat.
That's right.
Transformer fans love cats.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. They do, man. It's so weird. Like, it's such a weird little bizarre little like cultural thing, but it's like every one of them is weird.
Alright, now since you mentioned that I was, on another, program, I can't tell you how many times I wanted to beat the shit out of 2 people on that show because they would not shut the fuck up about stupid fucking cats.
Yeah, I mean, cats are a big deal. They're a big deal.
Everyone's like, oh, it's a blah 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 attack. And I'm like, fuck that shit. It's a fucking cat. They're like squirrels.
I'm sorry, guys. I was busy with my laser pointer and mittens. Get it. Go on, get it. Go on, get it.
Go on, get it.
Go on, get it.
I'm like, let's throw my Doberman around your cat for people. I'll show you a fucking edit attack.
Give me your Doberman and a jar of peanut butter. I'll change his life.
Oh,
Dobermans are beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
Speaking of changing your life, you have Fanstoys FT13 Mercenary.
Beautiful.
Also known as Masterpiece, not Shrapnel.
Beautiful.
Part of Fanstoys lines of Super Converting Robot Play set. So, I have, Bombshell there pre-ordered, and, this fucker's gonna get pre-ordered. This is the best thing I've seen all night.
Yeah.
This looks neato.
Leave it to Fanstoys.
Yep, they saved the podcast after ruining it with their, stupid googly eye Dinobot.
Please. You guys.
So.
You guys. Yeah, this fucking looks awesome. Fucking poor bag cube just falls further and further down the fucking well for me.
So
it's like this. What?
You cut out, Robert.
Do you think they're going to include any little gimmicky accessory with these guys?
I hope so.
It looks like there's going to be some kind of chest panel or something. Or maybe they're just
right, and like
those.
Yeah, it's like a swap out thing for color.
It'll be for that, Diaclone.
Yeah. Diaclone pilot that hopefully they won't make an add-on.
Yeah. Not. But yeah,
also this... extra...
Go ahead.
Extra Insecticon, legs, I think, to compare the toy versus the cartoon.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. Does anybody does anybody hate that?
No, they're fine. They are perfect. It looks amazing. It does not look like a regrettable purchase. I think it's a wise investment. And,
I do hope that it's not translucent plastic though for the chest.
Hail Fanstoys.
Oh, you can get either or. You can get either or. They thought of you.
Well,
they thought of me.
Well, maybe they do that. They do that in case you want to have a toy version.
Yep. That's why I mean. I get why they did it. I'm just saying, good for them. I love this. I love this company.
God, just look at that bag.
I swear to God, like the entire third party market could go down the shitter. If Fanstoys was left unscathed, I'd be okay.
Look, if you scroll down the comments, you'll see Cheem the Rupp, nice screen name, champ, has some comparison shots between Bagcube and Fanstoys. Bagcube looks like the end result of two cousins fucking without a condom, while Fanstoys looks on point.
It's the Bagcube, like, Bagcube's name is like, it's like the most aptly named third party company ever, because they all look like a bunch of boxes that panel fold on top of each other. It's like a bag. So we discovered their secret. They have called the Hitman.
But
those hips,
this looks neat.
Yeah, compare the hip joints.
Yeah.
Bagcube versus Fanstoys. No.
Yep.
Bobby doesn't like those T-balls. What do you call them?
T-jointed bullet joints, but they're okay. I hate Y-jointed bullet joints. Those are the worst. There's like the old Marvel Legends, but like, yeah. Look, the Bagcube. Only thing I like is the Bagcube smirk. I do dig that.
Yeah, well, thankfully, some of us are serious collectors, and we don't need that.
I'm not saying I need it. I'm just saying I like it.
Just that you did. You admitted to it, you despicable man. No, that's fine, really. But I would prefer the Fanstoys version a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
So it looks like the better investment. I look at it and I don't go, I'm gonna miss that money. So, and moving on to,
Nothing. I was gonna say, ironically, we discussed it last time, but Fanstoys was actually cheaper by $8.
Yes.
That's
there you go.
Funny.
Jew it up.
Well, we don't even know that for sure, right? Because Fanstoys hasn't.
Brooklyn?
hasn't put out prices for theirs, right? Bagcube.
Yeah, not yet. But so we now on to Hasbro Takara news. MP26 Road Rage! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! And Trax looks like a chick in this color scheme.
Well, it's supposed to be a chick, right?
I don't know.
I think Road Rage is a chick.
Hey.
Because if it's not a chick, picture 2 is 2 over the top for me. And why is picture 3? Why they blur out the abdomen on it?
Vagina.
Nipples.
Oh, okay. Nipple.
Yeah, she got orangutan titties, dude. They just dangle. Lifts her arm up.
One's up top and one's under the knee.
It's like an old lady transformer. I've come here to take kick-ass and chew bubble gum.
Who the fuck is gonna buy this? I mean, really?
I can queef on command. Go ahead, Megatron.
The same people that want all those different blue streak paints, the same people that want tiger tracks, the same people that are really balls deep for exhaust, and like that goes on and on.
Balls
well,
deep.
$10
KO.
The secret.
Now, in fairness, though, exhaust actually looks pretty badass to me compared to this. Like, this makes me not want tracks at all.
See, I think this looks good. It's just I have no idea what the fuck this is.
I don't think it looks good at all. It looks
good
in that, like, when you know a girl is trashy, she's like that trashy hot, like, yeah, I'd get that easy.
It's like, yeah, I just saw her spend all her fucking monthly income on Newport cigarettes and scratch-off tickets, but I'm gonna hit that.
Exactly. That's kind of what it is.
Best.
The D for W, chick.
Hey, I tell you what, I find a Takara Tony for $10, I'm all over that shit.
Into it.
He sold 100 Brooklyn Bridges yesterday for $10.
I'm sorry, T-Pain, what?
No. The secret to queefing on command, it's the Hulk, the same thing that the Hulk does. You have to always be queefing.
Fuck what's happened here?
Shut up.
Shout out to Queefs. What up?
Shout out to Queefs.
Hey, Mom!
or as I like to call them, unicorn sneezes.
So, moving on to Combiner Wars Leader Class Starscream. So, I forgot which one of us called that they would milk the shit out of that Jetfire mode because it's basically a raptor when you take all the gunk off him. So, they're going for it, and this Starscream's gonna have a crown.
Looks good.
So, it's time to sell the Raptors because this is his replacement. Not really.
I think Matt is bored with this.
Yeah. He only had one exclamation point. He seemed more excited for the MP26 Road Rage.
I think Matt bailed on today's show just so he didn't have to be here for this segment.
This one is, I mean, I don't know.
I don't get this.
You don't get, I mean, you saw Thundercracker, you knew this was coming.
Yeah. Why aren't they Voyager class at least? I mean, Leader? Come on, dude. That's just fucking reaching right there, man. And they gave him a crown. It's like that fucking Supreme class Starscream all over again. Not counting the Year of the Horse.
That's still in stores probably for...
Yeah, it's in mine. They still have it. But yeah, this is
garbage. I mean, this just looks terrible. I think Jetfire is really the only one that actually looks
probably buy
correct.
this too.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get this too.
It's like a safe investment. I've already pre-ordered Thundercracker last week, so he's actually should be coming here by next week sometime. But
I don't hate this. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, they should be Voyager, dude. Like,
But I mean. Maybe, but I expected it to be Leader. You know, I expected a Leader class Starscream. I expect a Skywarp. If they don't do a Skywarp, I think that's super shitty. I wouldn't mind them doing, I starting to sound like a fucking broken record, but I wouldn't mind them doing the Predators. Just because I want a representation of the Predators.
That'll never happen.
I know.
Because you wish it.
Because
I wish it.
Is he standing on Ultra Magnus?
I have no idea.
Yes.
There you go.
He is standing on Ultra Magnus. Racism.
And he has a super pointy tailbone.
Oh. God, someone digibash the Galvatronus Combiner War if you scroll down the comments. Dead ringer for Starscream, Jesus Christ. But anyway, this one looks actually really cool. I'm glad Matthew posted this to the Facebook page. Diaclone Skids Black Repaint.
Now wait a minute. Now why the fuck is this cool but fucking Road Rage isn't?
Because it's black. This generally, I don't know what it is. It's this color scheme and the way it works in this vehicle mode. And, it's like, hey, now it really does look like that black Honda CRX I used to smoke weed in when I was 16.
Or Trailbreaker.
This is awesome. Yeah, fuck, it looks like a fucking Trailbreaker.
Yeah, it's just Trailbreaker.
It does look like Trailbreaker.
Ah, fuck you, Rob. So.
Yeah, it does look like a fucking Trailbreaker.
Okay, I'm no longer caring about this. God damn it, it's fucking Trailbreaker.
You're like, the ingenuity. What a great paint.
No, it's like, wow, what an amazing color scheme. Looks like Trailbreaker. Fuck you, it looks like Trailbreaker. Wow.
I thought it was Trailbreaker at first. Like, when I first clicked on it, I was like, why would they do Trailbreaker? Oh.
I was all like, man, this is sweet. First I thought I was like, oh, this is a custom. What a bunch of cock teases. But no, this looks like, so this is probably gonna be a BotCon thing. I hope not.
Well, I saw that, but then
Rick Alvarez made a comment on our Facebook page. Shout out to him.
Yeah, what did he say? He said something like
how did you know we were doing a Dinobot Combiner?
He said something about it like being a failed, I don't know, now I'm going to talk on my ass and everybody is going to fucking, not a failed idiot. Hold on one second.
Reject.
It was something to
Talk out your ass.
Give me a minute. Alright. He said This looks like it might be an add-on / souvenir set.
Yeah.
Right, but how come the source then, one of the sources' name is Chimungmung?
Chimungmung is a toy store.
That was the original source.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how the hell would Chimungmung get that if it's a BotCon thing? Like, that's some distance to travel.
Hey, how did Lena 1911 or whatever the fuck got her hands on all those IDW style figures before anyone else?
Hey, look,
fell out of the factory.
I got my throttle bots from Chimungmung. I mean, I got them a week ago, 2 weeks ago. You know, and my
$150 robot.
No, that was eBay. But the blue dude, he's already shipped. Chimungmung already shipped him, the blue one, the left arm.
Oh yeah?
Huh. No, that's a good place. Just don't order anywhere around Chinese New Year because...
Yeah, basically he's like a 2-week delivery time, which isn't bad. I've ordered from Chimungmung back in the day, so.
No, see, I'm just talking about the fact that how would that guy get information and pictures of a BotCon?
Right.
The link you click says product not found, so unless you... Yeah. It's been a while. This guy was known for selling Transformer knockoffs. So.
And heroin.
Stop.
And children.
But he definitely, he's heavy into like the third party game now and stuff. Like I know a lot of folks that just, pretty much buy from him exclusively, I think. Like over on that, Lenny buys from him, I think, pretty much exclusively.
Yeah, I used to get shit from Chimungmung all the time, but then his web store got harder and harder to fucking use because he charges, by the piece for shipping. And then you gotta fucking email him and wait for a reply and this, that, and the other. And then he kinda dicked me a couple times, or he tried to, on some fucking shipping costs. I was like, dude, like my friends will show me their receipts, like they'll buy like $300 worth of shit. And he was tacking on discounts for him left and right. And I tried to put in like a $600 order and he's like, oh, I gotta charge you $150 for shipping. I was like, nah, fuck you.
Well, I'll tell you, but at the same time, like, that shit,
wow.
Like, I know that shit's expensive, but what I'm saying is,
man.
If he's gonna give someone a discount and free shipping to spend half as much money as me, I can't justify buying the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you give somebody fucking 20% off and free shipping for $300, if I'm gonna try to spend 5, 6, 7, you can at least fucking work with me somewhere in there.
I don't know why anybody, like, if I was a retailer, like, I wouldn't even deal with people outside of the 48. I wouldn't even fuck with Alaska and Hawaii. Sorry.
Why?
Our one listener from Anchorage is pissed.
Dude, I've never had to pay more to ship to Hawaii or Alaska. Why do people do that?
Aloha, motherfucker. I
don't know. I've never had to ship anything to Hawaii or Alaska. I just heard people talk about it, so I'm really just assuming. I would just.
Wow, that is totally shallow and racist.
I would just play it safe and be like, nope. No,
you need to park the fucking igloo and try to be like, yo, I need some toys, man. Get in their shoes, man. I'm just saying.
Fucking Joey No-Nos on Facebook said, it costs more, so fuck you too.
You know what? It costs more in the sense that you're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
If you ship to California, it costs you more than shipping to fucking New York. That's how much more it costs in general. That's all. It's not going to be like if you were shipping something from your house to California, it costs you $9. If you ship it to Hawaii, it's not going to be like $37 fucking dollars. People fucking over-exaggerate the dumbest fucking shit. If anything, it'll probably be the same as shipping to fucking California.
Gotcha.
It'll be within like $1 or $2, something like that, unless it's fucking gigantic.
Okay,
don't fucking,
50 states. 50 states.
Oh, he puts you in your place, Bob.
I'm not saying this on him. I'm saying because I hear all this dumbass shit, be like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I see the guy at TFW.
Do you hear that?
Check this
My
out.
clients, it's smearing shiza all over your face.
Yeah. I will too. Watch. No, there's a guy on TFW, he puts up this post and somebody, for whatever reason, is negotiating publicly in his thread, and he's like, this cat is like 3 states away, and he says, yeah, shipping will be $45. It was so hard not to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, you dumb shit? That would be fucking $12.99 or whatever the fuck.
Well,
it was for like 3 items, and he said, here's the prices on the items, and it'll be an extra $45 for shipping. I'm like,
please, look. No. We can talk about shipping all you want. There are people actually defending the fact of the occasional cocksucker that sits here and sells like a figure on eBay for like $5, but magically shipping's like 20. So, they're just trying to make a little extra money on top. What's wrong with that? I don't know. 15 different reasons. It doesn't cost them $20 to ship something from fucking Arkansas to Florida, Mac. See, that I dig you, Bobby.
Yeah, I like it. Let the heat flow through.
Mm-hmm. And you referenced Matt and yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're a genius.
What I call that? Gay three-way. Moving on. To discussion of the week.
Yeah, so we have here, I'm gonna let, my man Swage take the reins on this because he actually brought this to my attention, and so did James S. on the Shattercast Facebook page, which you can check out at facebook.com/Shattercast.
That's Swage, also known as Mike. Lion.
Wow.
So,
I'm scared.
So, I'm gonna let him go ahead and take it, but there's something going on with Ace Toy Store, and Swade's gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fuck everybody from Ace's Toy Store is what the deal is right now. So, I pre-ordered a Polyon through there, and this has basically turned into the biggest, well, not the biggest, but currently the biggest ass fuck in the third party world right now, because everyone's getting a Polyon, or their distributor is just getting them in the US, blah 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 blah. Well, anyway, this cat has been in and out for months. Like, the story has changed 100 times and this and that. So basically it was after the new year. He had a relatively sizable store. You know, you could find classic stuff, you could find new stuff, you could find KO stuff, you could pre-order shit. And it went from that to all you could do is pre-order a Polyon. And so, you know, people were kind of like, oh, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. Well, he answered supposedly a couple people. And he's like, oh, you know, I'm just going on vacation for a bit. You know, shit's going on. I'll be back next month. Something along those lines. So then he comes back and the store's still just one item. And myself, because, you know, I know people that know people that know people, I figure, hey, I can ask around. Somebody's got to know him personally. I just want to check in before I do this shit. And talk to a couple people that actually, I know, at least know him well enough to be able to, like, say, call him on the phone. And the one guy actually, he, well, I don't know if I can really say it, but basically, like, Aces also has done, like, conventions, toy shows, and a meetup in Cali, like, a pretty sizable meetup. So, you know what I'm saying? There's, like, all kinds of people that know him. He's always around, and I'm like, you know, no big deal. I've ordered from Aces numerous times, never had a problem. And in fact, it was actually my favorite place to get shit from, like, no joke. Actually, the last time I ordered was, I made an order on Christmas Eve, and that dude shipped out like 20 minutes later.
Wow.
Yeah, so like, it's hard to impress me with shit like that, but I was like, I was like, fuck it, if I get it after New Year, I ain't worried about it. You know, it was just, you know, it was cool stuff, but I wasn't really pressing to get it right away.
Right.
So like, alright, you know, I'll tack these in, I'll get these. And sure as shit, man, that shit was out the door, and I think I got it like the day after Christmas. Maybe 2 days. And he's across the country from me, so yeah, dude, he kicked some ass. But anyway, so I check in with these dudes, and they're like, oh yeah, he'll be back. He's actually back now, and this is like right around April. I'm like, alright, cause you know, the site looked a little weird, and now there's a couple things up there. I mean, he had like, say 10 to 20 items. So I'm like, alright, you know, everything's chill now. He's just getting back. Make the pre-order, waiting, and so yeah, now if you go on there, there's a thread that's titled Ace's Toy Store. Is this still a thing? And I think it's been up for 3 days, and it's already up to like 400 replies. And there's so much secondhand information, nothing from Aces. And to put this in perspective, to let you know that there's actually enough people that go through this cat who has disappeared, and this is where the issue is coming in. People pre-ordered in October of last year. So they are fucked. Like, if this cat does not get his shit in and ship it out, they're completely fucked. The PayPal window then was only 45 days for disputes. The 180-day dispute window did not start until November 18th. So anyone that pre-ordered before that, they're out. You know what I'm saying? They're out of the ballpark on that shit. And even people that are kind of on the borderline You know what I mean? Like, it's still a shifty area because it's a pre-order item. He has stated store policies, this, that, and the other, which you can get through all that if you're in the window, hopefully. Which is what I've been doing. I've been looking at fucking everything. I'm taking screenshots, all kinds of shit, cause I just, when I first saw all this shit building up, I was like, damn, I hope he's alright. Like, straight up, like, that was my first reaction, just because I know so many people that know him that I figured maybe he's just quiet. Maybe he's getting his shit late and he doesn't want to have to be like, yo, I'm not, I can't keep up, and I ordered so little of these that I'm getting them like two weeks later than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But then it turned into like nobody could get a hold of him. He's not answering emails. He's not answering PayPal cases. Nothing. And I'm like, oh shit, man. So like at this point, in the span of like 3 days, I went from I hope he's alright to I'm like, dude, if you can answer one or two people and in the middle of those answers be like, well, don't tell anybody these certain details and shit like that is what they're letting get out. I'm like, fuck that shit, man. Like, if you ain't dead, find a way to fucking get on there and be like, look, I fucked up something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a good spot for Robert because, SCU lawyer, I'm thinking he's probably like, his best option is really just to shut the fuck up. Am I right? Like, if he's really looking to scam or just keep the money or he can't come up with the shit, I mean, what other choice does he have other than to just shut the fuck up?
Robert, you have the floor.
There is no Robert. So I'm gonna be Robert.
What, did we lose him?
You should just shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Cause, every time he talks, man.
My mic was on mute. My mic was on mute, sorry.
Oh, no. Technology, bro.
Wow.
Technology.
Way to go, new guy. Welcome to the internet.
My big concern is, for the record, you don't personally know for a fact that you know people who know him personally, correct?
What the fuck did you just say?
Okay. This is lawyer.
I don't know for a fact that, I do know people that know him personally.
He's asking you, like,
these people know him, have met him in person,
That's what they've told you. You don't know for a fact, I would say. It sounds like. It's just...
I mean, that could put you to litigation potentially as a witness to this incident. That's why
I know for a fact the one guy is,
editing
at least the front, but see, I can't be telling this dude's business, cause this guy is not, he's not like a business partner, they do shit, they have done shit in the past, and they're tight enough to do certain shit.
It's just, honestly, it's real simple. Any common sense can tell you what this guy did is simple, larceny. I mean, and it's federal. So it's a big fucking deal. I mean, it's a serious fucking deal, and the feds can get involved.
If that's what's happening.
Okay, now, to counter that, we have plenty of internet lawyers in this thread, and they're saying, and I'm just going off the top of my head, so if one of you TFW motherfuckers is like, you didn't quote my post right, I don't fucking care, alright?
Oh, they don't listen to us because we're not boring and,
let's say that. I know quite a few people that listen to this show, man.
We don't sit there and basically, slow hand everything that gets released by everybody.
Well, you know what, man? I don't want to hear that shit right now. Alright.
I'm trying to hear that, yo.
Nah, bro.
Nah, dog. Nah.
So, alright, I'm gonna have to skim through, but basically, one guy brought up, we should all get together and start a class action. We should do class action. So I'm like, my personal thing is I'm like, okay, that's not gonna happen. But the internet lawyers are like...
Mike, let Robert talk about that for just a second. I feel like he has something to
that. There's two things. There's civil and criminal. So civil would be an individual's redress for the tort of conversion, like stealing, right? That would be, or breach of contract. Mm-hmm. Basically, that's what would really be. I paid you for a product and you didn't give me the product. Give me my money back. And possibly there would be other damages on top of it. So that's why a class action maybe would make sense. But then there's the other aspect of criminal, because you do have to have the mentality, the intent, the criminal intent, but it could come after the fact. There is fraud. It's complicated. But here's the one thing, when I've had clients, I generally do, my practice is contingency fee based, right? I don't get paid by the hour, and so the client doesn't pay me. I get paid based on what I recover from the person I'm going after, and that's what this would be. So, it's not my first rodeo when somebody comes to me and says, someone stole from me. I want to sue him. And I explain, well, yes, you have a case. The problem is, why do you think they were stealing from you in the first place? Oh, because they don't have any money. Exactly. So what do you think you're going to get from them? I'll take $20. I'll take $20 a month for 20 years. I'm not. So that's the problem. People steal because they're broke. So there's not going to be any money there. The real action would be criminal, and that guy should be really scared. The feds will go after you. This is, I think in the TF community, maybe it's, a lot of people have been getting away with a lot of shit, a lot of scams, not realizing they're fucking committing federal crimes. The feds don't care if it's a little piece of plastic. If you're committing fraud and it's crossing state lines, you're in a lot of fucking trouble.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Alright, so now go ahead with the more, internet lawyers. Mike.
Oh man, I can't even read half the shit without wanting to punch myself in the face. I mean, it's crazy. Like,
so what are they saying?
It's, man, you know how hard it is to search through all this crazy ass shit? Basically, so there's the little, there's the spat. There was the spat about, what we were just saying, the class action. And then there's people saying they should go after him, but it's like, the lawyers are basically like, oh, it's a huge waste of time, no one would ever do this, no one would ever care, the government wouldn't care, blah, 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 blah. And so cause I fall within the window. So I'm in kind of like a lucky group that I was lazy and slow, and I said, I'm gonna wait till I see some videos before, I wanna fuck with this shit. But, see, what's really getting me though is like, we'll put this cat out there. He said, the first time he talked to him, supposedly he talked to the guy's wife. Talks to the wife. Super nice lady, he says. Super nice lady. Cause of course they're gonna be fucking nice, you're calling cause he fucking ripped you off. And then, it turns into, well, he's supposed to call me tonight. And then it's, well, I didn't get a hold of him, it didn't work out. And then it's, I talked to him a little bit. And this is the shit that's killing me. If you're gonna talk to anyone, and just one person, why don't you just get the fuck on there and be like, yo, I fucked up.
Because he's a coward and he's a thief, that's why. That tells you that. Because if he was being straight, he would do the straight thing.
But at the same time, if he's gonna talk to 1, 2, or 3 people, that he knows that they have to be telling him they're posting some of their conversations and the fact that they actually spoke to him. Why not just go on there? Everybody knows.
Because that's what happens. He's running from something. It's not like he's dealing with PR. Maybe someone caught him and he spoke to them. Who knows what the fuck's going on in his head, but you'd have to deal with everybody or you deal with nobody. If you deal with just a couple people, something funny is going on and he's running from something. Putting your wife on the phone, that's like saying, honey, I don't feel good. Can you call in sick for me? I mean, that's a bitchy.
Yeah. Actually, that was my point, because I remember the first time I got, a relatively fucked up item buying on TFW or eBay. And actually, just about every time that's ever happened, the person always blamed the wife. Man. It was, my wife packed it for me. Oh yeah, I had her drop it off. She must have dropped it. Oh, she didn't know which weapons to put in the bag. So to me, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, everybody's fucked. You're dead. Everybody's fucked.
What? But nobody has, because even ex-transbots at this point has made a statement about it.
Yep. So enough people are obviously calling or messaging, whatever the hell.
And ex-transbots had a very PC, kind of statement, where they were saying, look, We've done great business with them in the past. We look forward to doing more business with them in the future. We're not sure what's going on. We haven't heard from them. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, here's the actual. This is the quote from Facebook itself on X-Transbot's page. For those of you who ordered from Aces, we've not contacted, but contact.
Well,
we've contacted Aces and we'll give them a chance to respond. We've had a good relationship with them in the past and hope we can continue. Keep the faith, and we'll post here any new info.
Let's not forget the important part. On your $150 toy with shitty ball joints, make sure you pop them off and apply nail polish, future polish, or any of the following to make the ball joints more subtle. If they are too tight, be sure to watch this YouTube video link included below to see how to loosen the joints on your $150 toy.
Yeah, it goes about 6 pages of that kind of shit. So, but yeah, so I mean, even X-Transbots, because at first there were, a couple people were thinking, well, what if X-Transbots fucked him?
So I finally got my...
Yeah.
Which is kind of a legit thing, because again, I think we mentioned this before.
Except if it was legit, you'd think he'd come out and be like, man,
fuck
these guys.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember, this all flared up within, maybe 10 to 14 hours when it really started building up.
Right.
So that was a thought, and that actually kind of crossed my head. Originally it was just, well, maybe he just didn't get a shit yet. But then when people are asking, and he's on TFW, or he was on TFW quite often in the past. So it wasn't like he was just like a guy that just posted a sale thread and disappeared.
Right.
And ran a store. I mean, he would normally be posting.
Can I just throw out a couple turns of phrases in honor of Bobby?
Yes.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. And if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck.
I like it.
If the gloves don't fit,
you must acquit.
You must acquit.
You got another turn of
Scuba da bop, dibbity boo.
I thought if the glove don't fit, she must not spit. We talking about something else?
You and your high school kids fetishes, I swear.
Oh, God. Yeah, so everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked, it seems.
That's part of the gamble, man.
Everyone that's outside the PayPal window or their credit card, if they use the credit card for the purchase, it basically looks like if they're out of that window, they're fucked. There's actually a guy posting in there saying, his credit card company won't do shit because he said that it was a pre-order and that it got delayed and blah, 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 which I guess for his credit card, it turns into, well, if it's a pre-order, we can't do anything, and then all of a sudden he's out of their window as well, because on pre-order items, there's probably some fine print where, because there's not a set date and it's not in stock, they can't guarantee something that's not guaranteed in the first place, I guess.
This really strikes me of a fascinating observation of the classic, I won't bother thinking about this type of scenario unless it happens to me. And that's what we have for this ordeal with Ace's Toy Store. People have, and they've been around for a while. It's not like they're just a new kid around the block. But people never thought this type of shit would happen to him ordering from a retailer, and I like to think he's kind of fucking established.
Yeah, he's been to BotCons, he's been to conventions, the LA meetup. I mean, it's not like...
So this is catching everyone off guard because this has probably never happened to them ever before. They never had like a bad sale. They never had, I'm sure they got defunct, like bump figures that they've had fucking replaced, but, this has never happened to them, so they're experiencing the whole like, well, I don't worry about that stuff because it doesn't happen to me, but now it has, so it's like, oh shit, man, they're rallying the fucking posses, the lynch mobs with the pitchforks and torches, and, you have people like Mike Lyons over here, not gonna do the sound effect.
Do it.
The phone's dead. No, it's dead, the phone's dead. I have to charge it. I've been using it a lot today. So basically, that's what I'm seeing from the outside looking in. I didn't pre-order this thing because I just knew there was going to be issues. Look at that thread on Facebook. Thanks to our listener who posted the link to that X-Transbots thread.
Well, it had to be Dame Chalk, right?
No, it wasn't Dame Chalk.
He gets all them. I got all them news credits, yo.
Yeah,
Thanks to Dame. Like, it's like every picture you
James
ever see.
S.
He's always got.
Shout out to James, our
listener,
James S. Sanjuro Joe. He's a samurai.
He hit us up quick about it too. Like, he was on the money. Like, I don't know if he ordered from there or not. I forget the the exact situation that was going on, but it is like, you know, like, I mean, hindsight's 20/20, and nobody that fucks up their all right.
So there's a guy.
Nobody wants to hear that they fucked up after they fucked up, but like me personally, I never prepay my shit because I had a circumstance and it was bullshit. It was actually like a movie. Does anybody remember when you could like when like pre-ordering VHS movies was a big deal?
Yeah.
It was a situation like that, and I pre-ordered this movie, and then the movie, this company ended up not getting it, and I paid for it, and they didn't give me money back. Like, it was just a big, it was only like $25, but I was like 13 years old, and $25 at the time was a lot of fucking money.
What movie?
I want never-ending story.
I want to say
Flashdance.
I want to say it was Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. I really do, but I'm not sure.
It's a Secret of Nymph, don't lie.
Dude, I have that movie. There'd be no shame in my
Secret
game there.
Of Nymph? Did you say The Secret of Nymph?
I sure did. I meant pornos. Anyway.
Now
so saying.
But yeah, like, I don't know. My advice to people is just like, you never know which way shit's gonna go. And like, everybody's your buddy until like, money is involved. My dad used to have this line, like, I'm always quoting my father and his like one-liners, but like, my dad had like a lot of one-liners growing up. And like, he had this one-liner that I love. It was, trust your friends, but cut the deck. And like, when it comes to money.
Turn of phrases in the Skullface family.
Yeah, it's genetic.
That's a fucking hardcore. Like,
yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. But when it comes
was he snapping a man's neck when he said that?
Like,
Mr. Ralph won't be bothering us anymore, son. This is why I miss the Skullface.
But like, when it comes to money, like, everybody's out for blood. And like, I don't know, just protect yourself. Like, I don't know.
Now, to add to that, I'm gonna say,
store probably different, but.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna add, I'm not sitting here trying to say that I'm buddy with this guy or nothing like that. The only reason I did the prepay thing is because I bought from him plenty of times before.
Oh, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking
well,
to you.
no, I just want to make it, like, just because I know a guy that knows a guy, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Everybody kind of has those kind of people, but
6 degrees of separation, yeah.
Right.
It's just one of those things where, everyone that's in this boat operated in good faith, and this is where the harshest part of the crime really is because they have this rep built up and all these good deals in the bank, you know what I mean? And it all gets wiped out. That's the shitty fucking part. And I'm not even gonna get into the collector community sob story. It's just a matter of, you know what I mean? It sucks so fucking bad when someone does good business for so long and then all of a sudden they just take a fucking shit on everybody. That's the craziest thing to me.
And now, we don't know 100% sure there's
right.
no...
What if this guy was just taking a nap this whole time? I mean, fuck.
If that doesn't sound cynical at all, Robert.
To me, if that was the case, that would be worse. Because if you can sit there on your ass and watch all your customers freak the fuck out, you should get fucking totaled.
I think he's sitting there in his really big.
That's fucked up.
I think he's sitting there in a really big black leather, like executive chair, stroking his fluffy white cat, going, "Excellent. It appears that the internet is on fire. Ace's Toys for life." But I just want to state, like, if you read the comments of this thread, I've had a lot of these guys are praising Ace's Toys. I read that entire statement. And it kind of sounded a lot like, the old Chronos, like, hey, QC issues, don't worry about it, we're working on it, blah, blah, blah. I am seeing people that are no longer addressing the Ace's Toy Store ordeal, but they're actually trying to get a hold of X-Trambots for the issues they have with their figures. I won't say this gentleman's name, WR is his initials. I have discovered my issue. My white locking piece was installed upside down. Sad face. I don't know how hard it is to take apart the upper torso and reverse it. I don't own this figure, but it's, yeah. And some people are praising him a step towards the right direction. Happy face. Also have a lost pre-order at Aces, ellipses. And then, okay, with this name I gotta talk like this. I have to say, those replacement parts are way too tight. I was only able to use one due to the fact that the other one was overly too tight. So I'm only able to use the one for his wrist. And now I'm Godzilla.
Godzilla!
Wait, before we get too far, I wanted to include my own little turn of phrase that I picked up over the years about money. There's two ways to lose a friend. One is to borrow, the other to lend.
I like it.
If somebody
that is not nearly hardcore enough after the Skullface one.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's,
mouse going.
You know, like, just hearing him say that made me picture, like, an older version of Skullface, right? With, like, principal balding white hair around his side of his head. And he's got, like, some guy on his knees going, come on, just give me a few more days. He's like, son, sometimes with your friends, you gotta cut the deck. And then snaps the guy's fucking neck and goes, now let's go get some pizza.
You did a good job. Let's get some ice cream, boy.
I bought you that Quantron? Yeah, whatever. I got you that.
Yeah.
In China, when I was on my vacation. Your dad's so special forces, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that today. I'm like, fuck.
Then I think about my dad, and it's like, God, what a disappointment he turned out to be.
Nah, my dad's top shelf, man. And not for nothing, I'll say it all the time. He fucking did it by himself. My mother, look, okay, a little biography session. Learn a little bit about me. My father used to work nights, right? And, my mother moved out and
for the paper factory, quote unquote.
No, not for the So look,
he was in waste management.
My father went to work in the middle of the night. My mother emptied the fucking house, emptied the bank accounts, and left me. And that's what my father came home to. And when I my father doesn't talk about this. Like I used to get it from my grandmother when she was still living, but like the legend goes, like my father came home, saw that the house was empty, you know, and then called the banks, all the shit was cleaned out, and, you know, he's got me, he's taken care, you know, he's picked me up and, you know, comforted this fucking 3-year-old that's been left, and said, I'm good. And that was that. Like, didn't sweat her about it, didn't give a shit. Like, he was good just taking the kid and fuck everything else. And then my mother eventually, when she realized that was an issue, then she came for me, you know, but that's a side story. But my dad's just a hardcore dude. Hardcore dude. So anyway, the next, discussion topic that we have for tonight was asked by Chevy 4x4, and we just turned it into more of a discussion question. But like, for all the shit, that you're into as a kid, you know, we'll just go round robin kind of quick and discuss it a bit. But what do you think it is about Transformers that made that shit stick as opposed to the other things? Like, why not? I mean, we all watched Visionaries probably or something like that, and
yeah, Visionary.
You know, we're not like fucking hardcore Visionary fans.
Justin is.
But, you know, like
the GoBots.
Yeah, he loves some GoBots.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, what do you think it is? Anybody? Robert?
Don't ask me first. I knew it.
Swade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Swade. Swade, you go first, Swade.
I gotta say, I think, Transformers was the shit, especially because when you're a kid, they had everything that could possibly be cool when you're like 4 to 7 years old. If you like fucking cars, if you like jets, if you like dinosaurs, if you like
tanks.
Yeah, I mean, anything you can fucking think of, they had a character for that. And it transformed, and it did badass shit, it blew shit up, and also just, everything had a personality. And they were pretty clearly defined, you know, good guys, clearly defined bad guys. And you could ID them quickly on the show as a kid. It wasn't like, oh, I'm not sure if this guy's really good or bad or whatever, you know, other than Jetfire, but that was because they made it that way at first. Right. But, you know, everything was clean cut for that age group, and just everything was badass. The trucks, dinosaurs, jets, bombs, missiles, lasers, Like, there was nothing not cool to a kid in that show.
That's legit. Robert.
What Swage said. No. Yeah, I think it just personally hit me at that age where I was drawing more. Like, I like comic books and I like to draw the comics, and then I really got into it and I like to draw it and I like to collect it, and I like all the different characters and stuff. And I think honestly, I think it's just the human psychology. It imprinted at a certain age, and it stuck with me more so than Visionaries or whatever, you know? I think that's why G.I. Joe sticks with a lot of people, and so does Star Wars. I think it's the same psychological thing going on.
What kind of psychological thing? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
You know, like Justin with anal dildos. You know how he collects them and uses them. Like that. Yeah, he sniffs them and everything. Oh, but no, I don't know. I think it imprints. I think it imprints on us somehow. You know, when we associate with our development, part of how, you know, it's part of us. I think. Gay? Yeah.
Oscar.
It's just the memories of better days, less responsibility, when things were a lot more fun because you were still kind of exploring and learning things every day as they went by. And Transformers were a part of that. I mean, it's like, you know, Mr. Lyons said it best. It was the best of both worlds. You had your army men, which were the robots. You were into farm equipment because some kids were into that. You had your Constructicons for that type of shit, you know, with Scrapper in particular. I mean, everything that appealed to a child, these toys provided. You know, I mean, you had it all in one bag, and then, you know, whenever you mess with either a G1 toy or an updated version of that G1 figure, you have those associated memories that come along with it. Like it's like when I got my fucking Headstrong, my Tantrum, I'm sorry, from back when I bought them from Dub K Toys. You know, it was, you know, I got the flashback of the first time I got one of the oldest Transformers in my collection. You know, where I raised an eyebrow, looked at my dad like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's like a cow, you know, like I kill. But it's a bull. I'm like, cool. You know, so it's like, you just associate it with something so positive, you know, and even though the fandom sucks, it does. Let's be honest with ourselves. The fandom sucks. If we're not busy ripping each other off, we're ripping into one another because of fucking the things we like or dislike. You know,
googly eyes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, you know, it's like, again, it's just, even with all that bullshit, at the end of the day, we're all fans of this amazing franchise, which we hold a lot of memories for. And granted, not the average new, like, fan of whether they're collecting third party or just Hasbro Classics. Their G1 is not our G1. Their G1 could be fucking Armada or RID or even Beast Wars. You know, but the thing is, it's all still the same fucking franchise. Unless you're a dirty purist.
What do you like vehicles?
For me, man, I feel like it was really about, like, now obviously it was the 80s, so everything was about excess, but like, for me it was like, that's true too. Nicely done, Robert. That it was just like, it was like this overabundance of characters, and like Oscar has mentioned this before, like, the fact that, like, they just popped up out of nowhere, you know, and, like, didn't necessarily have a backstory. But there was just so many, it was like there's so much to buy into. Like, I think I've always kind of been a fan of, like, world building shit. So, like, you know, the larger the story gets in scope, the more I kind of get into it. And, like, Transformers.
Shout out to 40K.
Yeah. And, like, Transformers was like that, you know, from Jump Street. You know, like, there was, like, the Arcbots, it's like fucking 100 characters on that fucking ship. And then, like, I don't know, they just don't do shit like that anymore. Mainly because everything is fucking CG rendered, so, like, they just don't have the money to fucking, you know, computer animate every fucking character, but, like...
Back in the day,
I don't know, I think
when I was a fan...
Yeah, that's true, too. I guess that is how I sound. But, like... It's just like, I don't know, there was just so much to sink your teeth into. There was, like, so much to learn. You know, like, from episode 1, you had, like, a shit ton of characters to learn, to get into, to figure out, to realize what their motivations are, if they had motivations, which, you know, not all of them did, but, you know, to figure out what was going on with them. So, like, I don't know, it was like, it was always kind of new. And I think G.I. Joe was kind of the same way, like Robert was saying. But I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Let me just interject.
Yeah, by all means.
is this, I mean, in my experience, I was stupid. I am still pretty stupid. My wife reminds me of that every day. But, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't know they were selling me toys. I didn't know that was the purpose of the show. And I mean, I only relatively recently, you know, in the span of my life, learned that. And, you know, does that bother you? Thinking like, oh man, I really got into this. Does somebody, but I don't really buy it. I'm like,
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear the answer to that question.
To me, it doesn't. Because like, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. Like, I was fucking young and impressionable, and, you know, like, it had an objective. Its objective was to sell me toys, and it was successful. But like you said, like, I didn't even put that shit together until way after the fact too. And it doesn't make that, what it meant to me at that age, any less important. And I'll be honest with you, like, even when people, like, when I started getting back into the fandom and people were talking about, like, oh, you know, it's just a commercial, it's just a commercial. Like, I still didn't 100% buy that shit until, like, I went back and watched the episodes, with my kid and realized, like, just how many of the fucking play patterns I played out, you know, from the episodes. Like, you know, I used like a bullshit safety pen or something for the key to Vector Sigma to fucking make the Stunticons. Like, I made Rumble sit on top of drag strip and drive him, like, just like the show. You know, like, I did all that shit, you know, like, I did exactly what the show told me to. You know, but it doesn't, I mean, yeah, was I, like, suckered by it? Yeah. You know, but it doesn't take away any of the meaning for me, personally.
Right. I mean, don't you think that somebody on that end actually cared? Like, you can tell it was in the writing.
Yeah, well,
right?
They've even said that, you know, they've said that, like, you know, we gave a shit. You know, like, we were trying to sell toys, but we definitely gave a shit about it. So.
Yeah, it's different when they were commercializing things then, because there was actually a little bit of, you know, I guess you want to say moral standing. You know, it had you know, like that in G.I. Joe, it always had some kind of positive message built in, even if they didn't blatantly scream it out. Whereas now, you know, you could say, oh, well, there's, you know, it's commercialized, but it's not commercialized. For example, like a T-Pain, toy microphone, where it's like something that, you know, not that I really give two shits, but a guy that is, you know, a rapper, producer, most of the shit is talking about crazy shit that kids can't or wouldn't say, you know, like drug abuse and all that kind of shit, but they're marketing it to 8-year-olds. You know, it's not that same level of commercialism where...
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, instead they used the positivity of it to also work with the advertising aspect, whereas now everything is just, you know, like I said, like, it's a totally different ballgame, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, and again, that goes back to, you know, especially for the age group, you know, that's the time when you're always getting told, you know, do the right thing, do the good thing, do the nice thing. And in the shows, right, and even in the shows, even when, you know, Optimus could have killed Megatron, he hesitated and gave him another chance, or, you know, when he's fighting the Dinobots, he doesn't just blow their heads off, he takes it. You know, he's the bigger man. And, you know, with kids, you know, that are hearing that all the time constantly, that, you know, that's an instant connection. Because it's like, oh, okay, it's not just me that has to be good. It's not just me that, you know, has to be better than that. So that's another big part of it that...
Why don't Optimus Prime and the Autobots jump Grimlock in the bathroom and film it?
You know, he probably Optimus, I mean, I don't know, I agree with you, but I just think he should have just fucking shot through Hot Rod.
Here we go.
Hey,
out of the way.
Okay, no, let me get something off my chest.
Yeah, go
when
for it.
The 30th anniversary fucking came, some dipshit on Facebook posted this bullshit rant like, for 30 years I held this in. Hot Rod and Prince. You know what? Get over yourself, seriously. Like, seriously. Go ahead, go home, take a bunch of pills and drink a shitload of liquor and do the world a favor and fucking kill yourself. Because you are what's wrong with the fucking fandom. Jesus.
Good night, folks.
30 years to wait for it. I mean, meanwhile, your profile stat says you're 20. Yeah. Okay. It affected me in my daddy's sack. Fucking idiots.
Fucking idiots.
Fucking assholes.
Well, Oscar, what are your thoughts on the, you know, the commercialism of it and how it affected your your memories of it, or...
Of course I fucking bought it because the whole show is a
right, but I mean, how do you feel about it now?
Now?
Yeah.
I think they're not doing it that way now. Now they're too busy focusing on the story because apparently even your average 9-year-old that watches the show is a fucking philosopher that's able to dictate with you and dissect a fucking episode of Transformers.
No, I know, but how do you feel about it now as an adult? How do you feel about, like, does it do anything to the meaning that it had for you? Like, does it feel cheapened at all or any kind of shit like that?
No, not really. Yeah. Not really, because if I was those people that know shoes, I'd do the same shit. Like, hey, we got this cool line from Japan. I hope 30 years into the future some cunt on YouTube won't say we bastardized it. But, hey, how about we use the platform of cartoons as a way to fucking introduce all these figures, and if the stuff catches on, we'll sell them like fucking hotcakes. Right on. I thought it was a brilliant fucking idea. That's why the shit stuck for the last 30 fucking years.
And that's the question.
And the whole ordeal is like, my whole question is, well, I want to sit there and ask, why aren't they doing it now? They kind of are with the comic books. We sit there, we joke about Hasbro digging its claws deep into the comic book, But there was a while where the comics were just going in their own direction without Hasbro, and it wasn't very good either. So, it's whatever, man. Like, they're doing it with the comics. I haven't seen RID. That I just refuse to fucking watch, cause I'm getting Energon flashbacks. So, I'm just waiting for a Fat Optimus Prime to come out and say, we like to say transforms, it gets us amped. But, it's whatever. Move on.
Alright.
I got a question for anybody that has kids. Because this is what we grew up on, and it was a commercial thing and blah blah blah. Well, we're all kind of versed in the world that now there's forums and you can buy things used and there's eBay. Do you ever, now do either of you guys buy used stuff? Like, do you hunt stuff down on the forums, or do you only buy new stuff, like brand new sealed boxes?
No, I buy used stuff too.
Okay. Do you ever look at shit, like, do you have kids?
I have a nephew that's like 3.
Okay, well...
And Robert and I both have 2.
Okay, so what I'm wondering is, because I know if I had kids, this is how horrible I am with the aftermarket shit. If I had kids, I would look at shit and they would be like, oh, I want this, this, and this. My first instinct would be to look at what they want and then immediately say, man, I don't think that's going to be worth as much in another year or two.
No, I'll be honest.
Look, I'll bring it to you just to go back quick on the last discussion we just had. The only thing I've seen today, when I occasionally catch it over when I'm visiting my sister and her kids, that I still see kind of using the platform of television as a commercial, no lie, is fucking Power Rangers. Every time they got a brand new set of Zords, they come out and it is basically a commercial like, look what these can do. Oh, they make a giant fucking robot. And that's what it does. Instead of now, it's like, Bumblebee, I'm lost in thought. But anyway, I'm done.
Well, like, I definitely don't buy, I definitely don't go into that sort of, buying shit for my kids with that kind of perspective. Mainly because I just want them to really enjoy it. I don't buy them a bunch of used shit. I did buy, there was a time where my oldest got like super into like Thomas the Train, like ridiculous. And I happened to stumble across this fucking Craigslist thing, and it was like all these fucking Thomas the Trains for like $5. And so like I drove.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I
That's
drove
smart.
out there.
Those things are a fucking ripoff.
I know they are. So I drove out there and I took a look, and they were like, they were beat up or whatever, but they had like a whole track. It was all broken down and boxed up, and then they had like they probably had like 30 trains.
That's like what, 500, at least $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff.
So like I was like, yeah, I'll take them. Like they just wanted to get rid of them. But like I definitely, like, this was a Craigslist thing, and like I'm a little psycho. I'm not super psycho when it comes to it, but I'm a little psycho. So like I went out there, I went to this person's house. I wanted to see like what kind of living conditions, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to bring home because I don't want to.
You're gonna have some woman in a nightstand, hair curlers, and a lit Newport.
Y'all got that Ebola, baby? Y'all got that Ebola?
Or like so like a dishwasher sitting in the front yard, and I'll bring home like a fucking box full of MRSA to my house. Like it's not what I was interested in doing. So I buy secondhand stuff for myself, but it's mainly, like Marvel Legends stuff. Like,
I think I kind of worded that wrong. What I mean is like say they want, a Monster High doll or something, and you see it for retail and it's, what are they, like $20 or something? Yeah. Instead of getting it there, like, I know I immediately would be like, I could get that cheaper somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny you say that. Now, I haven't had,
I'm like, you know what, I'll buy 20 of them and I'll get them for $8.99 a piece. And then I got Christmas for the next 3 years covered.
Now, my youngest doesn't give a shit, you know what I mean? My youngest just wants to set up butcher knives, is what she wants. But like, my oldest, like, my oldest gets like into shit, and she gets like balls deep into shit. So like,
that's kind of gross. You should.
Well, whatever. She gets like into the mythology. She gets into the lore. She gets into the story. She gets into all of it. It's just how she's wired. So like, she's into My Little Pony.
I wonder why. I wonder where she gets that from.
Yeah. So like, My Little Pony, she's like a fan of. So like, every now and then she'll ask about, like, she'll tell me, she watches like reviews on YouTube. She'll be like, look, there's a SDCC exclusive pony, something. I'm like, holy shit. You know, and like, I'll look it up and I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to swing this one, sweetheart. Like,
sell one of your third party figures and don't you love me?
Exactly. Like you might not be able to get the Super Princess package at Disney World. You might have to get the Duchess. You might have to get the Duchess package.
We have to get the I acknowledge my kid's presence package at Disney World.
It's awesome going to Disney World. You can see how much people love their kids. Their daughters anyway.
What? Wait, tell me, I've never done.
Oh my god, okay, so like every girl, like not mine, but like most girls that go to Disney World, they want to get made into a princess. So you go to Cinderella's castle, you book your appointment, you get them made up into a princess. They do makeup, they do hair, they do like all this shit, but there's like
my name's Margaret, I'm gonna make you a princess.
But there's like different packages. So like,
hold my lighter.
So like some kids you'll see walking around and they might got like a little plastic tiara on and their fingernails painted. And then like the next kid you see,
that was $100.
Yeah, or like $50 or something. And then like the next kid you'll see, they might have like the plastic tiara, and they've got their hair up into a braid, and they got their fingernails painted. That's probably like the $75. And then like some kid will come down with the fucking dress, and the fucking makeup, and the fucking hair braided out of control. She's got a fucking crown on. She's got a wand.
My daddy loves me, bitch.
Exactly.
I'm a princess.
Exactly. But anyway, so like some of that stuff, but like I'll tell you, just recently, this last Christmas, my oldest was really into this shit called Shopkins. And for anybody that's trying to make money in the toy game, I can tell you that Shopkins is the way to go.
Shopkins?
Shopkins. SHOPKINS. They are sold out everywhere all the time. Toys R Us actually has a sign up at their display, at least in my area, like only one item, like one of the packaged items per household.
Meanwhile, they let fucking scalpers clear shelves.
Exactly. Just to give you a point of reference of how bad it is, that even Toys R Us is like, whoa, wait a goddamn minute. So they're single cast, little food items that have like eyes and a mouth. And like one might be a carton of eggs, and its name is like Egg, and her name would be like Eggy or some shit, right? And like they're absurd. She's out of it now, and I'm so grateful for that. But like, there was this one that she was looking for. Hold on one second. Hey, Laura. Come here for a minute.
Get the fuck over here. We got shit to do. Right? Bring the fucking toys, alright?
Bring me a beer while you're at it.
What was that one Shopkin that we had to look for on eBay that was super expensive? Queen Cupcake. Queen Cupcake was $400? Wait.
No.
Oh, there's the title for this week's episode, Queen Cupcake.
Yes.
Papa Tomato.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh, Papa Tomato was $400. Queen Cupcake was over $1,000. It started off at a 99-cent bid.
$400.
I never want children.
I can't wait to see the YouTube of this and seeing the pictures of these.
They're ridiculous.
I know what the fuck we're talking about.
They're ridiculous. So like the aftercare.
Oh, you're just the logo at this point. This is our discussion. Just the logo, no photos.
Oh no, I want to see the Shopkins. I want to see this.
The aftermarket price of this shit, of like even kids' toys, can be fucking absurd. Like it's like the collecting aspect has like like, okay, so we were collectors when we were kids, and then, like, even the girls and shit, like, they had fucking Strawberry Shortcake and fucking Rainbow Bright and all this bullshit. Cabbage Patch, you know what I mean? Like, they're,
oh my god. These are ugly things. Why would you buy this for your kids?
They're familiar with it conceptually. So, like, that, like, psyche has, like, I think carried forward to our generation, where now it's just like, we are adults and we are selling the secondhand shit, and we know that we can get money for it. So, like, a lot of times there's a lot of times, even as a parent trying to get a fucking proper kid's toy for my kid, my hands are tied in the sense of, you know, what I can get for it, or buy it for. That's a really...
Well, I mean, what? I mean, she's going on Captain Tomato for $1,000?
No, she wanted Queen Cupcake. That was, like, her favorite character.
Like you said, what did you say to her?
What I said, no. I said,
and did she mope, or was she like, alright, fine?
No, well, this is what I said. Okay, so this is how they get you. God, this is turned into a Chopkins podcast, but like, alright, so in every
shattered Chopkins.
In every blister of these Shopkins, they come with like 12 Shopkins characters, and then there's one secret Shopkin. It sits in a basket. You can't tell what it is. You can't peek inside. There's certain characters that are limited to just...
Who is it? Who's in there?
Exactly, to just those secret ones. And Queen Cupcake is one of the secret ones. So we bought, like, we went around, like, we hunted like a motherfucker. We bought every fucking Shopkins toy we could buy. She had a shit ton of Shopkins, because they're inexpensive. And she had a shit ton of Shopkins that she opened up on Christmas morning. Like, I don't think she got one of the ones that she was looking for.
That's like kitty scratch offs.
It's like kitty, blind bags. Is basically what it's like. But anyway, okay, so
who is it?
Oh, are we back on Transformers?
Who was the secret character? No, I want to know who the secret characters were. Who'd she get?
Oh, I don't know. I think one of them was like a slice of pizza or something.
Pizza Queen, alright? There's your fucking answer.
Saucy sausage.
That's fucking cookie.
That is Mr. Mike.
Saucy sausage.
So, Optimus Dangers asked, real quick, cause I think we're like over 2 hours now, aren't we?
Could be. You know.
We're getting there, so.
Alright, so, let's just say this. Alright, we'll do one question. We'll do one question, we'll save the next one for next week. Cable. Wait.
Let me just interject really quick. I didn't get to tell you what it's like with my daughter.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. Fuck the new guy and fuck the lawyer. Let me just tell you really No. I'll tell you what, the one thing, to answer your question, Swage, I like when I grew up, it was a family of 4. Not a huge family, but my dad didn't make that much money, so we were tight. So, you know, I didn't always I was always the kid on the block with the least amount of toys. You know, I got to play with my fucking imagination most of the time. You know,
loser.
I was a fucking loser, I really was. I like taking like Toys R Us. I like taking her to Toys R Us and saying, get anything you want. Like, I love that. Because I know I never had experience.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that is a good feeling.
Must be nice.
I like taking my nephew to Toys R Us and say, under 20.
Well, no, I mean...
It's over 20, you better have fucking money.
That is true.
I like going to Toys R Us and seeing a kid with his parents, and I'm like, I'll buy all that shit, motherfucker. You don't get nothing. What? Clean it out. And then I put everything in the cart, and then I just go around in a circle and listen to him cry. And then I just leave the cart and I leave.
In all fairness, she's not a greedy kid, so she'll only get a couple things. You know, she knows what's right and wrong. She knows the difference between right and wrong. And, you know, taking it back. Yeah.
I couldn't do that with mine. My kid would fill out the basket in a fucking second. But, like, I will say, you know, like, she knows, like, there's like, she's usually allowed to get one thing, right? And that one thing, she'll even point to it and be like if it's like a big fucking playset type of thing, she'll look at it and be like, this looks more like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift type of deal, doesn't it? And I'll be like, yeah, it looks that way to me. And she'll be like, okay, I'm gonna head down this way. And like, she'll go down like the different section of the aisle.
Yep, she planted that seed. You planted the seed in your head. She just got her birthday present.
Yeah, well, because she knows, like, some of that shit is like, it's like some of that's such a piece of shit. Like, well, anyway, sometimes though I'll tell her, like, she'll be interested in something and I'll be like, nah, it's a piece of junk. She'll walk down the aisle sometimes and be like, this look kind of junky, huh? Yeah, definitely. Alright, so Cable asked, do you think, Fanstoys maybe spread themselves too thin these days, with delays meaning more QC issues and that kind of stuff with all these multiple releases? They used to be like one figure a year, and now it looks like we might get 3 or 4 figures from them a year. What do you think about that? We'll go round robin to Oscar.
Got to edit that out, sorry. I'll just keep it in because whatever. I don't think they're spreading themselves too thin, and nothing in life is perfect, and the fact that everyone's going to sit there and bitch about joints being too loose or joints being too fucking tight, it's going to happen. So I don't think they're spreading themselves too thin. I'm looking forward to their Insecticons. That's the first thing they've ever made that had me like, whoa, I want. So.
Swage.
I don't think so, and I'm just going to point out, can anyone right now tell me a figure that actually came out on the initial advertised release time? Ever. Nope. Nope.
Shattered Glass Drift.
Ollie.
Ollie was on time.
So I mean, if they're thinking, cause what is it, Sever?
Oh, I'll tell you one, Unique Toys, Albrick, and Fenrir.
Yep.
Albrick.
Okay. So that's 2 out of...
Yeah, that's all I got, though.
200 in the past 2 years or something, so I don't think it's time to freak out or anything. I think they probably have had more on their plate than anyone knew initially, and they're just kind of, just working their way into everything, and they're vamping up or ramping up, whatever you want to call it, and, I guess the Perceptor and, is it Reflector coming out too? Yeah. They kind of sprung those out of nowhere. Like even some wholesaler guys, I guess, didn't even know that was really dropping so soon because they thought it was going to be the same time frame where they get one and then it's going to be 3, 4, 5 months or whatever. And then all of a sudden they got one and then they're like, oh, hey, if you want pre-orders for these next 2 or 3, they're doing another 2 months as opposed to another 6 months.
Right.
So I don't think they're spread thin at all. I think it's just the way they're deciding to release information.
I got you. Robert.
I think they have more money now, so they can do more. It's that simple. They're just, that's all.
Yep, my answer is a complete, hodgepodge of Robert and Swage. I think they've been working on stuff for a lot longer. I think as they've been doing it, they've been getting more successful, so they've been able to open up their doors a little bit more, and, I still have faith. If we start to see a decline,
googly eyes.
Stop it. We'll call them on it, so. But everything is looking good so far, so. Yeah, it's not a concern of mine. I think that they're on track. It's just, they're getting bigger because they're getting more successful and they're able to do more. And, they've been working on shit longer than we know.
Just don't fly too close to the sun.
Icarus.
Right. And our last question, we'll try to do a round robin real quick. Optimusdanger on Instagram, who shows us a ton of love. Shout out to that guy. He's a cool dude. He asks, do we think Transformer movies have to be live action, or can they go back to animation at this point? Like a theatrical release?
No, they'll probably fuck that up too.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
You're probably
they did that with the Predacons Rising.
Yeah, that wasn't a theatrical release though. That wasn't the same type of budget.
That was straight to video stuff we were like preaching about. They should be doing is adapt the comic book stories, but then again, you have to understand that no matter what we thought of Age of Extinction, Optimus did kill a human, even though it was Frasier, sick fuck. But we have to acknowledge the fact that we will most likely never see a Last Stand of the Wreckers because that is just fucking gore fest. Even though it's robots, but there'll be someone that has a problem with it, like why is that one robot ripping the other one, doing it in the other one's mouth? And it'll be the first time they say something like that didn't involve them stumbling across the dark side of the internet. So, I mean, you're probably, either way, they'll probably fuck that up too. Let's be real here. Stick to the comic books, bro. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get a motion comic.
Yeah, I think that, I think you're spot on. And I also think that most good Transformer stories involve a ton of fucking Transformers, and the idea of hand-drawn animation is just not a theatrical thing anymore. everything's got to be computer rendered, and I just don't see them having the resources or wanting to dump the resources, I should say, into something where they would have to computer animate that many characters to give you the kind of scale of a story that we, as whoever the fuck we are, would actually really want. I think they could do it. I think it would be
epic.
I think it would be. I'm not sure how successful it would be.
What if somebody like Pixar got a hold of Transformers for an animation?
Yeah, but I still don't.
Can you imagine
they're not known for doing they're known for doing. They are known for doing captivating stories, like movies like Up, WALL-E. Anything they've done has been great because if would not have been as successful.
Ollie.
Okay. WALL-E, not Ollie. It's hard. But if they did it, it would have like a certain fucking kid appeal to it that again the hardcore collectors will look at it and be like, well, I didn't enjoy it at all. Yeah, but my kid loved it, and it's like, well, that's kind of...
I think that would not be a problem at all because I love most Pixar movies myself. Like Toy Story, Monsters Inc. I could watch those all fucking day just for the hell of it. And if you throw in Transformers with it, I think that'd be kind of a winner there.
Supposedly they got their own universe going on too, but that's
I'm just not sure I'm not sure that the tone would be what we're looking for.
It's a lot darker.
Yeah, but what are we looking for? I mean, you're saying it like the movies are the be all end all, but we all refer back to the G1 shitty ass cartoon.
Yeah, but the 80s, I don't think they would be as ballsy to do the shit that the 86 movie did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, understand that movie had controversy, which is like one of the things people think.
Well, actually, I got my ass kicked during that movie because they cussed, and I got my ass beat in the theater for wanting to go see a cartoon that cussed.
Really?
Like they called them.
Yeah, because that one line, shit.
Yep,
yeah, shit and damn it.
Yep. Yeah. And when shit came out, it was, did you know they were gonna do that? Blah, blah. And Swage 66 was born in that moment.
I'll forever hate life for justice.
That's right. For justice and profit, bitch.
So to go back to animation, like I said, they'd probably fuck it up. And, and Transformers is a lot darker tone than your Toy Stories, WALL-E's, freaking Monsters Inc. Those are great movies. I'm not knocking them. I saw Brave for the first time the other day. It wasn't bad. I was actually,
it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good fucking film. I think it's great for little girls to watch. You don't see a lot of that stuff. But Transformers would be like, nah, it's not their thing, man.
Little girls or you guys?
I'm with you. I don't think they would do it, and I don't think that Hasbro would dump enough money into it for them to even render the amount of characters that they would need to render to put it on a fucking just the scale that I think is important.
Let's see, because I think immediately of the Prime series, the first season, and it was great to me.
It was great to me too.
They can make a badass movie with. I mean, they had everything in place on that. I mean, if they just, grow a pair and the monster story in there and get rid of the overdone parts like Optimus killing a fucking human and get back to something basic, I mean, I think that'd be workable for animation. It's not like you'd have to have, Pixar with 1 billion pixels per hair on a fucking monster. It's just, I don't know. I think it'd be easily workable somehow to do animation. It's just a matter of getting the team together for the writing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and that's where they would fall short.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but they would fall short. No, they would have to actually bring in writers.
But you think it'd be just a Bay movie overall?
I think it would be. So. No, it wouldn't be as bad as a Bay movie.
So it would be right? That's kind of what the question was getting to, wasn't it?
It would probably still leave me wanting to watch a Bay movie afterwards.
But I don't think it would
that was alright.
I don't think it would be anywhere near as commercially successful as the Bay movies.
Yeah.
I would love to see anything different than a fucking Michael Bay Transformers movie, though. I would love it.
At least Robert sees where I'm going with all these questions.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not that I would, I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see anything. I would, I'd be excited as hell, but I don't think it'll happen because I don't think it'd be commercially successful. I think that the way that the license holders are seeing it is, Age of Extinction did X amount of billions of dollars or whatever the fuck it is, so why the hell would we waste our time gambling on an animated movie that might fucking flop because the last animated movie that we put into theaters fucking flopped.
The perfect example. You ready? Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I saw that film. I thought it was great. It's based on a comic book. It was critically acclaimed, but the shit basically flopped in the box office. You know, like, granted, Michael Cera probably not the best leading man for that film, but
can you do a Michael Cera?
No, stop, no, don't ever bring.
Wait, you talking about an impression of?
Yeah, Michael Cera. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just go. Hi.
Look, every time someone says Michael Cera, I remember the movie This Is the End, and he has some chick blowing him and another one like tossing his salad.
I love that.
So.
That was awesome.
So anyway, like, that's a good example. That's a very good movie, right? Like, critically acclaimed. And that's what would probably happen if, like, let's say, for argument's sake, Pixar picked up Transformers. It would be critically acclaimed, but the fact that it's Pixar, it's something they're not used to, it probably wouldn't do that well because there isn't, like, 30,000 explosions or some chick with the IQ of 12 but with a body of a 10. You understand? So it's like, it probably wouldn't be, like, you know, they would have to see it as being successful, and their idea of success is like an absurd amount of money, you know, both in a domestic and international market.
They've already established the formula to make money.
Yeah, so why, if it ain't broke...
Thanks a lot, man. You ruined it. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Good. Sleep on that, you son of a bitch.
Lost my fucking any hope.
So, you can always send us some dispatch on shattercastonline@gmail.com. And please make sure that it is a audio file.
Yes, we did. I did forward you one last week that we didn't use.
Actually, it made it to the YouTube. It did not make it to the Podbean.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'll check it out.
Because the computer is evil.
Yes, I am well aware.
Right, Brave. Shout out to Brave.
So yes.
Yeah, he,
please,
apparently fornicates to us in the background.
Please send us those dispatch. I think they're fucking interesting, and I think other people are enjoying them as well. Shout outs to Third Party Unlimited by our boy Antoine and G Toys by our own Gray for Mercy. Shout out to At Real Robot, who we have on the show tonight. Follow him on Twitter. He's a pretty entertaining fella, and he's a lot more active on there than any of us are. So definitely a good source to go to, and he is in cahoots with PlastiqueFreak.com, which you should also check out. Also, follow at Fear Corpse while you're at it. Go to WK Toys and I Am Ratchet, and for all your third party, first party, and G1 needs, check out third party TF Crashers on Facebook, as well as TF Prototype and TFPrototype.com. And lastly, my boy Lenny at Facebook.com/Dezefticon and Facebook.com/group/third party addicts. And with that being said, I'll let my man take us out of here.
Ooh, so as always, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. We got a blog spot. I may just resurrect that as a personal hobby. And you could, as always, just Google Shattered Cast Uncut. You will find everything that we are associated with there. So for the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly and be good to yourselves and each other.
Shut the fuck up, Chip.